Trinidad has a history of human trafficking, with various forms of exploitation taking place over the years. The country has been a destination for trafficking victims from other Caribbean countries, South America, and Asia. One of the earliest forms of human trafficking in Trinidad was the enslavement of Africans during the colonial period. The British brought enslaved Africans to the island in the 16th century to work on plantations, and slavery was only abolished in Trinidad in 1834. In more recent times, the main forms of human trafficking in Trinidad have been forced labor and sexual exploitation. Victims are often brought to Trinidad from other countries with promises of work, education, or a better life, but then are forced to work in difficult conditions or coerced into prostitution. Trinidad and Tobago passed a comprehensive anti-trafficking law in 2011, which increased penalties for traffickers and provided support for victims. However, trafficking remains a serious problem in the country, and the government has been criticized for not doing enough to combat it. There have been some high-profile cases of human trafficking in Trinidad, including the arrest and conviction of a couple in 2016 for trafficking Venezuelan women for sexual exploitation. In 2018, the U.S. State Department placed Trinidad and Tobago on its Tier 2 watch list for countries that are not doing enough to combat trafficking.
While you were UNC minister, did you encounter anybody forcing you or trying to send women to solicit?
Ian, what I will say, and I want to be completely honest about
this.
Be honest with me. I don't want to make this in a mountain into a mountain into a mountain. At the end of the day, a lot of men, and I'm sure including you, are propositioned on a regular basis, simply because of who you are, the way you look, the way you dress, the influence that you may have, and so on. In my case, I was a minister of government. I was propositioned by these three young ladies who happened to be accompanied by somebody who's now a sitting member of parliament on the United States.
Oh my God.
Okay?
Hold on. So wait. What you are saying? No. I just want to take you back. I mean, we were funning around a little time ago, but never. That's a very serious statement where you said that you were, proposed. You were approached by three women who were also friends and who are, acting on behalf and taking instruction from who's now an individual who's now a sitting member of parliament.
Yeah.
So we're going to leave it like that.
When the incident took place, I brushed it off because it was a casual interaction as far as I was concerned. I was not interested. I didn't encourage the conversation any further. The person in question then prompted one of the young ladies to give me a call card, a business card, saying that they were part of a marketing and advertising company that he...
But that is what he used. That is what he used.
Yeah, so I just took it at face value. I put the card in my pocket, and that was the end of it until later...
Well, I hope Mrs. Barrett didn't find the card.
Until the following week, I found out that there was this whole... There were rumors and murmurs that there was whole sex ring and vice ring and so on. Ian, I'll have to be honest. To me, I was so busy with so many different portfolios, as you know, I was handling.
Before we go, bottom line. Now you realize that maybe you are you're out and saying that you had your encounter also. What you are saying that you are happy to know that the police is going to investigate this matter and they're going to pay special attention, and this matter warrants a very intense investigation.
Well, one of the recommendations I've made in a Facebook post I put out yesterday, an extensive Facebook post, was, and I made about 6 or 7 recommendations. And the very first one is that the TTPS take immediate action as recommended, first of all, in trafficking in persons report by identifying the perpetrators and bringing them to justice. And I think that is going to send a very strong message to the population and to the people who are involved in this most heinous and abhorrent trade.
Do you think that this person who sits who is currently an MP, do you think that this the right thing for this person to do, seeing that his name is being called in a serious matter like this, a matter that internationally they don't tolerate, no government don't tolerate, the world don't tolerate this, that this individual should step down? Do you think so?
Ian, in Trinidad and Tobago, we have become numb, we've become insensitive, we've lost all sense of shame. What is right and what is wrong is only what is politically convenient and politically correct.
I love that, Vincent.
And as a direct result, yes, he should do in developed countries that use the Westminster system. And we talk about the Westminster system of government all the time, right?
Yeah.
But it's only when it's convenient to us do we do it. So I don't expect him to step down. I don't expect him to resign until he's probably in handcuffs or something. And even then, there may be some difficulty in even doing it then. But at the end of the day, that is who we are as a people. That is what we have become. And until our population starts to insist on better, then it's not going to get better.
Do you think that the leader of whichever party that this MP sits on whatever side should do the right thing and instruct this leader, this MP, to step down?
I think so. As you may know, in the past, members of parliament have been requested. In fact, Mr. Warner has been requested to resign until his matter is resolved, if you remember.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can't see why the same shouldn't apply to people who are facing, these very serious allegations.
But these are serious allegations. I mean, as I said, this is worse than corruption, This is a real serious allegation, for even the American embassy to get involved and whatnot. And I think that, I mean, if in the past you see certain senators and ministers resign over allegations and over this and over that, and I think I can't understand why this individual is still holding on to power.
Ian, you may or may not know, but after drug trafficking, human trafficking is the second largest criminal activity in the world. Second, and of the people who are trafficked, 98% are women and girls.
Wow.
Those are official UN statistics.
The next leader of Trinidad and Tobago must come from the people.